SST is brought to you by Stark Auto Sales, home of the ultimate worldwide scratch and dent car sale. Hey friends, I'm Rick Walker. Welcome back to the SST Car Show. A good friend of mine, Yosemite Sam Radoff, legendary pinstriper, recently passed away. He is featured in a section in this book, Up in Flames. In the world of automotive art, he was a big name. He pinstriped the inside of this book for me, signed it right there. And as part of an ongoing series paying tribute to Sam, we have this interview now, never seen before, where Sam talks about the future of automotive art and how it has come under pressure because of new technology like vinyl wrapping. There's a war going on out there. There's the old school pinstriper guys like you. Yep. And then there's all these young bucks who are out there ripping the vinyl off the printers and sitting in front of computers trying to put you out of business. So where's it all going? Because are the pinstripers dead?
Well, no, pinstriping's not dead, and more power to them. It creates a job for them, so they're doing what they want to do. I can't compete with vinyl in custom painting, so there's no sense even worried about that trade for me. And eventually, they will find out that the real art is doing it in paint, and eventually they'll cross over and start doing paint and exploring those possibilities, having some fun with it. So right now, there's a bigger market now for pinstripers. There's a ton of new pinstripers out there, young kids all over the world that are doing work that makes what I do look very elementary.
Well, I guess that, there's a progression in everything, including automotive art. But how do you get the guys today with, especially the younger guys who are looking at, I guess, price point when they're working on a car? How do you convince them to take that extra step and get them to hire someone like you or hire another pinstriper or a custom painter to lay on real paint?
Well, that's a tough market because most people are looking at the dollar, okay? And they're saying, well, if it costs this much money to do this and it costs this much money to do that, I can save a few dollars by going with the vinyl. Okay, but that's what it is. It's vinyl.
Mm-hmm. It's a big sticker.
It's a big sticker, and you're not selling bathroom fixtures. You're not a plumber. Nothing wrong with those trades, but that vinyl works good as a commercial vehicle, not as a custom vehicle.
So let me ask you this. If you custom paint your car and you get it pinstriped by someone with a name, like yourself or another well-known pinstriper, an artist, do you think that enhances the value of the vehicle?
Oh, definitely. The name recognition definitely helps a person because now they've got bragging rights. They can say, well, Sam pinstriped my car. Or when they go to sell it, they can use it as a promotional thing to sell the vehicle. So it does help. A lot of times I had one fellow take my name off the vehicle because I sign everything. It's a work of art. And he took the name off, and then long story short, he came back, says, I want the name put back on. And he says, how much? I said, well, how much did I charge in the first place? So he told me, and I said, that's the price. But I didn't charge him for it. I just tried to make a point that the name is worth as much or more than the actual pinstriping.
So just to sum up, is it fair then to say that the difference between a custom painted car or pinstriped vehicle and a car that's been wrapped in vinyl that comes off a computer printer, is the difference is sort of like comparing a fine art painting and something that came off a Xerox machine?
Well, it's easy to compare that, okay? If you take an original painting and a limited edition print, there's a difference. And it's the same with vinyl versus custom painting. It's done on a computer, and there's a lot of art done on a computer, but it's original art. And this might be original design, but no, not really. If you look at some of the cars that are done with vinyl, some of the race cars especially, you look at the cars and they make the design up in a huge sheet, and then they stick it on a car, and then they cut the wheels out. Well, the design doesn't go with the wheel wells. It goes with the whole design, but it doesn't fit the car. My theory all these years is make whatever you're doing fit the vehicle, not make the other way around, because it does work.
Well, there you have it, folks. So you'll have to decide when you go to get your car finished. But I guess, too, if you've got an old winter beater versus some custom piece of machinery that you're going to try and win awards with, I guess that's the difference, too, right?
Well, if somebody's got a vehicle that is, a nice vehicle, chances are them putting vinyl on are very slim. Okay, so most of the car people are very aware of the difference between vinyl and the real thing. So you don't have that much problem. The problem arises with the younger kids that are starting off and don't know. And if nobody has an opportunity to tell somebody or steer them in the right direction, they don't know. So they end up at a sign shop getting some vinyl, and maybe down the road they'll find some out, go to a cruise and find out what they should have done. So it's out there. They do learn, and they find out it's not made for custom vehicles.
Well, now you know, because we've all been told by the master himself, Yosemite Sam Radoff. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Smart Steve was looking for a better way to buy a car because he doesn't like to waste money. So he searched online and found Stark Auto Sales. When careless drivers crash, insurance companies send their cars to Stark Auto Sales. They get parts cars, rebuildable wrecks, even cars that were stolen and later recovered, often damage-free. The cars are auctioned every week. Smart Steve discovered Stark Auto Sales has expanded right across Canada, operating from bases in Ottawa, Montreal, and Toronto. They've moved west now, too, and have new locations in Edmonton and Calgary. Some people go to the auctions in person. Steve decided to bid online at starkautosales.com because Stark ships worldwide. Steve bought a super new sports car with a few dents. He's pretty handy with a wrench, put in some time, and fixed it himself. He saved about 40% by buying where dealers buy and joined a club of smart people who have found a better way to buy a car at starkautosales.com.